This is Roger with Kinetics in Tucson. We're selling this truck. It is a 2000 Ford F250 extra cab, four-door extra cab. It's an XLT, 7.3-liter turbo diesel. It's four-wheel drive. It's an automatic. It's being sold on a salvage title due to theft. Please watch the 3-minute animated video that we have in all of our theft recoveries with salvage titles that tell you why and how you can have a car that's not damaged get a salvage title. It's basically a liability issue with the insurance companies. But watch that video to understand more. This is not a crashed vehicle, or a burned vehicle, or a flooded vehicle, or an injured vehicle. Got a few scrapes and stuff, but other than that, nothing. It's a nice truck. We had to replace the radiator. We put a new overfill bottle in it because it was leaking, and when we did that, one of our guys broke the end off of the radiator or something, I don't know, so we had to buy a new radiator. It wasn't a very good day. Anyway, the tires look like they're probably 20% tread on BFGs. My job is to point out the negatives so that if it travels to if you pay by wire and ship especially, you can see what you're buying and know that you're buying something that I described, and what shows up is what I described. Our experience is, and we know what this is, when they stole it, they drove it through a fence. We did have to put a windshield in it, and that's what a fence does. I'll show you. They always have them on the pillar posts too, just like that. Basically, it kind of throws it over the roof when it does that. And they didn't really crash into this one. Sometimes you can tell they crash into it because it breaks the grill. They kind of pushed into it and just kind of pushed through it, and that's how you get that. It wasn't much of a fence either, because usually it's a lot worse. So it's probably a really lame fence. Scratch here. It's actually a pretty good looking truck. I usually tell people, if you're looking for a cosmetic beauty here, when they go through fences, not to buy it. But this one actually could be cleaned up, pretty easily if you really wanted to. But most people use these things for work or whatever, off-roading or hunting or whatever, and towing, and it's just not really important to them. There's a nice little scratch there. There's the brackets for a fifth wheel hitch. Light package there. I do see a spare that looks, it looks really good. It's not a brand new spare, but it looks like a good spare. Obviously you got a tow package. Driver's side always looks better than the passenger side. Those wheels have some stains on them. Someone put the wrong chemicals on them when they were cleaning them, which is what happens. Driver's side looks brand new. Let's look on the roof real quick here. Not too bad. It actually kind of looks like it got right to the pillars, the A pillars, and then they stopped. Usually it's on both sides, so it was on that side that they went through the gate. This side doesn't have any of that evidence. Let me open the hood for you. Take a look under there. Make sure there's no surprises there. I'm sure my guys would have said something. Brand new and brand new. Brand new radiator because somebody did something stupid when they were putting this one in. Anyway, which is good for you and bad for me. Anyway, there's your Ford stamp on your fender. There's your Ford stamp on your core support. The right stickers here. This all shows you that it wasn't crashed. Like they didn't, replace a bunch of parts because it was crashed. There's your Ford stamp on the driver's fender and on the driver's core support. There's the proper stickers here. It's always nice to see that stuff. Then you know that it hasn't been tampered with or replaced or glued back together, That needs to be where it needs to be. All right. Let's go here. Have a little bit of a cut right there on the rear door. Seats look great. Holy cow. They stole the dome light. Golly. They don't like to be seen in the parking lot, so they just rip those out. I'll I'll see if I can find one, but they're like $20 or $30 used if you want it. Some people don't want it. I don't know. It's amazing. Tailgate bezels and dome lights. You'll see a lot of that when you buy theft recoveries. Here's your under the carpet. Here's the seat. It's finally cooling off here. This is our first day under 90. All right. First thing I want to do, well, actually let me put it in park first. 134,458 miles. Has some typical Ford whiny power steering, which is annoying. But put it in four-wheel drive. Check the four-wheel drive real quick. There you go. Let me put it into too high. And then drive. And reverse. Fine. Let's see, let's make sure the air works good. There you go. Put this back into two-wheel drive. Let me go on a quick little ride here. All right. This thing's being sold on a salvage title due to theft. Because of that, if you want to come to Tucson and drive it home, you're going to need to get the title restored. We take it to the police. They do a level 3 inspection. That involves us taking it there at 6 in the morning to be first in line, and then staying with it. They don't let us leave it alone while they're doing it. And sometimes it's 10 minutes, sometimes it's there all day while they do nothing or do a lot or whatever they do. Anyhow, we charge $200 for that. 50 goes to the state, 150 to us. It kind of splits. Sometimes we're there 15 minutes, sometimes we're there 10 hours. It kind of is a break even for us, but we can't be there all day or even the risk of it if we have a guy that we're paying to sit there and watch paint dry. Anyway, it's well worth the money. I would recommend it even if you're shipping it out of state, but you're welcome to do it yourself. Just make sure that if you ship it out of state, that you know that all you're getting is a salvage title from Arizona, the truck itself, and the bill of sale. And if that's good enough for you to get it inspected and get restored salvage title, then you're good to go. Just make sure, because once it's obviously in Michigan, it's real hard to get back here. You won't have plates, you won't be able to drive it. You'll have to ship it back, which is a fortune. Most people that we deal with, well, not most, but a lot of people already know the whole process. Texas is fairly easy to do it. There's a couple states, but just make sure that you know what you're doing before you say no to that, okay? So if you come to Tucson, you're going to pay $200 to get it restored. You're going to pay $250 dock fee, and you're going to pay taxes. Taxes are 2% Tucson City sales tax, plus whatever your state tax rate is. If your state tax is like Oregon or Alaska, a couple other states that are 0, all you're going to pay is 2% tax. If it's like Arizona, 7.1% state tax, you're going to pay 9.1% tax, $250 dock fee, and $200 to restore the title. Again, if you pay by wire and ship, all you're going to pay is the agreed upon price, plus the $200 to restore the title if you want us to. I'm going to go out here, I'm going to come to a dead stop, and see how fast it takes to get 7,000 pounds rolling. See how much time it takes to do that. Power steering's noisy, but it works fine. Alright, better slow down because I'm going to destroy a minivan. Anyhow, please make sure you get a deposit in if we have an agreed upon price. If we don't have a deposit, we don't really have a deal. If somebody comes in after you with cash and I don't have a deposit, we'll have to sell it to them. All right? This is a beautiful truck. It's got some cosmetic alloys from doing a very slow roll through a fence. Other than that, loud power steering. That's about it. Probably use a set of tires here pretty soon, and that'll do it. Thanks for listening to me. Have a great weekend and a great week. Thanks.